The UK government has banned the entry of Islamic speaker Dr. Zakir Naik, saying that they found some of his comments recorded earlier objectionable. Dr. Zakir Naik spearheads the Islamic Research Foundation based out of Mumbai. And to talk about this issue exclusively with us on Headlines today is Dr. Naik himself. Doctor, when you first heard of the decision that has been given that you are not allowed to enter United Kingdom, what's your reaction to that first?
The first time I heard officially was on the 17th of this month, day before yesterday, and I got an official letter from the UK High Commission. And my reaction to it is I feel that because Islam is spreading very fast in the Western countries, in Europe as well as America, and they know very well, the UK government knows very well as according to statistics, the most popular Islamic satellite channel in the world, it is Peace TV. And they also know that the speaker that gets the maximum audience throughout the world, including UK, including in America, other parts of the world, is Zakir Naik. So I feel they want to curb the spread of Islam. This is one of my opinions. And secondly, I feel that this was more of a political decision. It was not a legal decision. Because they know very well, they are aware of my speeches, and they know that I am very much against violence and against terrorism. So it was a political decision that they have taken some of my speeches out of context and presented to the media as though I'm promoting terrorism. So they're killing two birds with one stone. They are curbing the spread of Islam as well as trying to prove that this government is against terrorism.
Well, just coming to that, because what the UK government says in their own words, that your presence in the UK is not conducive for the public good. And what they have said is that there are some video recordings of yours where you say that every Muslim should be a terrorist. So is that something that you have said, or you believe that this was also quoted out of context?
It was 100% quoted out of context, because what they said to the media and what they said to me is two different things. What they gave me 4 extracts from my speeches which they found objectionable. Part of the speech does say that I said that every Muslim should be a terrorist. But in context I'm reading, it's clearly mentioned in the letter that they have objection that, and I said, terrorist by definition means a person who terrorizes. When a robber sees a policeman, is terrified. So for a robber, a policeman is a terrorist. So in this context, every Muslim should be a terrorist to a robber. Every Muslim should be a terrorist to each and every anti-social element. And I continue. I am aware that terrorist more commonly is used for a person who terrorizes an innocent person. In this context, no Muslim should even terrorize a single innocent human being. So they know the context. Now reading this context, I would like to ask you that in full context, does it mean I'm promoting terrorism?
Okay, yeah. And lastly, because the fact is that since you know the global atmosphere, the fight against terrorism that is going on, so you're aware of that use of such words, even in other contexts as well, might always create some kind of controversy. So that's why...
It cannot, because I've said very clearly in my speech, which is known by them, I am aware that terrorist more commonly is used for a person who terrorizes an innocent person. In this context, no Muslim should even terrorize a single human being. So why are they quoting out of context? If I say in two different speeches, it's different. I'm saying the same speech. And this word is not used by me. I would like to give an example of a report that came in 2003 in Times of India. They said that Inspector Angre terrorizes the underworld. And in this context, I said that this word terrorist means a person who terrorizes any human being. So for the robber, the policeman is the terrorist. It's in context. So why are they quoting me out of context? So if you feel I'm using English wrong, then even Times of India is doing that. And there are many ways these reports are coming. So why are they picking on me only?
Okay. And lastly, as far as the decision that has come by the UK government, are you going to challenge it in some any way, or going to just submit to it?
100%. We are going to challenge the decision of the UK government to exclude me from the country, and we have had one of the best firms of lawyers in UK, and next week we are going to have a judiciary revision. That is the first thing. Secondly, we have got thousands of phone calls and hundreds of thousands of emails from Muslims saying what should we do. They want to do a protest. I said, if you do, it's your choice, but see to it that the protest is peaceful. And secondly, it's a test for the politicians of UK, whether Muslim or non-Muslims, that do they stand out for truth or do they care for more of their seats. And also request the Indian politicians that they should see that an Indian citizen who promotes peace and is popularly known throughout the world, I'm known for speaking against terrorism and violence. So does the Indian politicians put a petition or a request to the UK government to revise the decision?
Certainly. So as Dr. Naik told us that he believes that it is a political conspiracy against him, and that all the statements attributed to him were actually quoted out of context, and now he plans to challenge this decision by the UK government in the coming week.